Hi, welcome! If you're new to my channel, I'm Nele, founder of 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗲𝗀.org, and I'm here to create healthy, whole food, plant-based recipes, my specialty being gluten-free and vegan candida diet recipes. Now, if you already resonate, hit that subscribe and bell button not to miss new content. Millions of people are eating porridge for breakfast, but most probably it's not always healthy and balanced. I remember eating white wheat semolina porridge with cow's milk and sugary jam in kindergarten. Now, where's the nutrition there? Today, I'll guide you through the 7 steps to healthy, balanced porridge. And this is a first of a series of 4 videos that I'll be launching during the next couple of weeks. Besides the 7 steps, I'll dig deeper into 5 different methods to prepare nutritious porridge, how to make low-carb porridge, and finally, I'll guide you through savory porridges. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already. Here are some whole grain options for you to choose from: millet, rice, brown, black, red or basmati, buckwheat, raw or roasted, amaranth, oat berries, rolled oats, jumbo oats, oat or rice bran, white quinoa, red quinoa, corn semolina. You can either pick one grain or use a combo of as many as you like. It's totally up to you whether you choose to go for whole groats, bran like oat bran, rice bran, porridge flakes, semolina or flour. Just remember to always choose whole grains and grind the flour yourself. I'll show you in a bit how to make healthier and more wholesome alternative to flour porridges, but as creamy. If you aim to eat 2000 kilocalories a day, then 70-80 grams of grains is a good amount. It's roughly a little bit less than a cup of rolled oats, a little less than half a cup of quinoa, 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of millet berries. If you don't have a kitchen scale, which I strongly recommend, check 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗀𝗀 for volume measurements. I personally prefer to combine my grains with oat bran to lower the glycemic load. As mentioned in my previous video, what I eat in a day on whole food plant-based diet. For example, I measure half millet and half oat bran. Depending on how hearty you want your porridge to be, use the following combinations: water only, water and plant-based milk, or plant-based milk only. The quantity depends on the desired consistency. If you like your porridge runnier, creamier, add more liquid, and if you are in team sticky, add less. There are several ways you can prepare your porridge. I'll dive deeper into each method in my next video, which will be 5 ways to prepare porridge. For now, let me just give you a quick overview. Simply soak your porridge grains. I bet you've all tried or at least heard of overnight oats. This is it. My next video will cover all the steps. You can use this method with rolled oats, oatmeal, jumbo oats, and even with raw buckwheat. However, you should rinse the buckwheat before eating. Next, you can simply cook your grains. It's best for oat or rice bran, oatmeal, rolled oats, porridge flakes, semolinas, and flours. Thirdly, soak and blend. It's the best to use raw buckwheat and make delicious raw porridge. Again, I'll walk you through all the steps in my next video. Theoretically, if you're after extra creamy result, you could also soak and blend your overnight oats. Next up is a method that is probably unknown to many of you. It's soak, blend, and cook, resulting in extra creamy porridge and significantly decreased cooking time. Best to be used with millet, raw buckwheat, quinoa, rice, and oat berries, or if you eat gluten, then barley groats as well. Your porridge will be cooked in max 5 minutes. I first tried blended batters for pancakes, bread, muffins and cakes, and then thought, why not make porridge as well? I recommend this method to those who enjoy porridges made of flour for their creaminess. With soaking blended cooking, you have the same result, but at the same time you get a much healthier porridge, as soaking makes the grains more easily digestible and enhances the absorption of minerals. Again, there will be a step-by-step tutorial in my next video. And finally, soak and cook method. This method applies to whole groats and berries, raw buckwheat, quinoa, millet, amaranth, barley, oat, kamut, and whole grain rice. Here you see amaranth berries cooking. Now that we have covered preparation methods, let's move on to add-ins, starting with healthy fats. For daily omega-3s, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. Store them in a sealed container in fridge. Simply mix them into your cooked porridge. Or use ground chia seeds. Always grind your flax and chia to get the most of their benefits. You'll be not able to chew them enough to get the precious omega-3s into your system. Plus, the ground chias will absorb liquid much quicker. I especially like chias in my overnight oats. 1 to 2 Brazil nuts for daily selenium. You don't necessarily have to eat them with your porridge, instead make a snack out of it. Add another tablespoon of the following options. Hazelnuts or almonds are good for monounsaturated fats, or hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. Alternatively, have additive-free nut or seed butters instead. Simply sprinkle the nuts or seeds whole, chopped or ground onto your porridge. Many people forget about all those spices. I really recommend you use some. By adding just half a teaspoon of cinnamon to your porridge, you could increase the antioxidant power by 6-fold. It's one of the top anti-inflammatory foods as well. And adding even a pinch of cloves, you can bring that score even higher. Cardamom can boost the cell's efficacy to fight cancer cells up to 10 times. I guess I won't even need to mention the benefits of turmeric and ginger. As far as antioxidant bang is concerned, the bronze goes to cloves, silver to cinnamon, and gold to purple cabbage. I bet most people don't want to add purple cabbage to their porridge, so acai berries get an honorable mention as well. There are several ways you can boost up your porridge even further. Just 1/4 teaspoon of agar-agar will get your daily iodine intake sorted. Add some raw cacao powder for an extra kick and chocolatey flavor. Finally, a teaspoon of barley grass powder or some spirulina for their amazing liver cleansing properties. There are several options to add some sweetness in a healthy way. Lucuma powder has sweet-sour taste. Chicory powder is not actually sweet, but can add a nice caramel flavor. Ꞌ値𝗏𝗏 is very sweet and chocolatey, perfect for those intolerant to cacao. Mesquite is one of my favorites in porridges for its sweet and caramel taste. There will be a separate video on how to make low-carb porridge, but for now, let me just show you some options to decrease the amount of grains. Hemp protein powder, sunflower seed protein powder, pumpkin seed protein powder, coconut flour, not ground coconut but flour that has 12 grams of fat per 100 grams, and finally psyllium powder, that is a form of fiber made from the husks of 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗏 plant seeds. I'll show you exactly how to use those ingredients in my low-carb porridge video. Your porridge needs some color. You can either use veggies, fruits, or berries. For lower carb result, use veggies like cauliflower, carrot or zucchini. I absolutely love to add grated beetroot into my porridge. An addition of pumpkin and sweet potato makes an excellent fall porridge. You can either cube or grate them and add to your porridge while it's cooking, or pre-cook them and mix in pureed. The fourth video in this porridge series will be about savory porridges. Very quickly, I'll give you an overview of ingredients we'll use. For a Mediterranean flavored porridge, you might go for nutritional yeast, oregano and tomato paste. For Asian touch, add my Indian spice mix along with turmeric. Or make a mushroom, garlic, onion and spinach porridge with your favorite grain. I'll guide you through it step by step in a separate video, so stay tuned. Let's move on to some people's favorite part, toppings. You can go crazy, be moderate or even modest, it's up to you. A very simple option is to splash some homemade low-sugar jam on top, for example applesauce or plum jam. Or a few slices of banana. You could also smash it up and mix into your porridge. Berries are a very healthy choice, fresh or frozen. Either raspberries, blackberries, cranberries, pomegranate seeds, or wild blueberries. The list goes on. If you don't want to stop here, sprinkle on some cacao nibs and coconut flakes, or add a few goji berries, raisins, or other dried fruit. And here you have it. Let's go over the steps once more. First, pick your grains. Then, choose liquid combination. Thirdly, decide which preparation method you prefer. Just soaking, simply cooking, soaking blending, soaking cooking, or soaking blending cooking. Next, choose the healthy fats. Then, don't forget to spice and boost. Color it up with veggies, fruits and berries. And finally, choose your toppings. Be careful with dried fruits. Better not use them at all. Definitely eat your porridge after it has cooled down, as the starches in grains will become resistant and won't wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. Don't use more than half a banana. Prefer water to cook your grains or soak your oats, and only add a bit of plant-based milk to make it creamier, unless you use naturally not sweet and unsweetened milks like soy milk and almond milk. And finally, should you have a really sensitive digestion, prefer veggies and berries over sweet fruits with your porridge. The end. I hope you enjoyed it and found some valuable information. I'd so much appreciate if you let me know in the comments below. And yes, stay tuned for the next videos, as I will be going through each preparation method, show you how to make healthy low-carb porridge, and finally guide you through savory porridges. And I almost forgot, I have a thorough blog post about the steps to making healthy balanced porridge with an infographic. So yeah, you will find the link below this video, and enjoy!